मैचेस हुए हैं, टॉप के पास सारे एमवीपी हैं और डे 1 की स्टार्ट भी उन्होंने बिल्कुल जोरों शोरों से करी है अपनी टीम के लिए।
मुझे लगता है कि आज तो वो और बेहतर करने की कोशिश करेंगे। जब उनके पास मौका था कि हाँ फर्स्ट गेम ठीक ठाक शुरू हुआ, फिर उसके बाद जाके हमने देखा कि उनका भी जो परफॉर्मेंस है वो ऊपर नीचे रहा। टॉप 4 में वो ज़रूर हैं, लेकिन फिर भी वो हम ऐसे नहीं कह सकते कि वो हर एक मैच में कन्विंसिंगली बहुत ज़्यादा डोमिनेट कर रहे थे। बट हाँ, उन्होंने जितने पॉइंट्स निकाले हैं उससे और बेहतर करने की कोशिश करेंगे। जो उनको ब्रेक मिला था, लाइक जितना भी उनको टाइम मिला है उस टाइम में वो अपने आप को इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश करेंगे। बट मैं एक चीज़ से सहमत हूँ कि शायद ई अरीना ड्रॉप कर सकती है, बट टियानमा नहीं।
इस ई अरीना ड्रॉप कर सकती है बट टियानमा ड्रॉप नहीं करेगी। आई थिंक दर्शिता सो आई थिंक हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स एक जगह हैं, हमारे कमेंटेटर्स दूसरे नजरिए से मैचेस देख रहे हैं। बट एक चीज पे आ जाते हैं, ई अरीना की इतनी हम लोग चर्चा कर रहे हैं।
8 मैच में अपने को 60 पॉइंट्स मिनिमम चाहिए, 60 के नीचे कुछ भी नहीं। 8 मैच में 60 प्लस पॉइंट्स तो मिनिमम, मैक्सिमम जितना जाए अपने लिए उतना बेटर। अपने को वो जो स्मैश वाली टीम रहेगी उससे ज्यादा क्लोज रहना है, दैट्स इंपॉर्टेंट। तो लाइक एंड सब बॉयज, जितने भी लोग देख रहे, एंड इट्स गोना बी फन, इट्स गोना बी सुपर फन। हार्ट्स इन द चैट, ज्वेल्स आन दो, जूल्स आन दो, इंडिया का फ्लैग आन दो, स्पेशल डे। और आज सैटरडे वैटरडे है क्या कुछ ऐसा? हाँ सैटरडे, संडे के दिन कल एपिक ग्रैंड फाइनल्स रे, स्मैश वैश होगा। ओ चालू कर रहे, लाइट ऑन ऑफ हुई तो चालू कर रहे। लेट्स गो बॉयज, वर्ल्ड फीड दिखा दो अभी, लेट्स गो। ऑडियो कम करता हूं, बहुत ज्यादा ऑडियो था फीड का, ऑडियो कम कर दिया। लेट्स गो भाई, क्या पूरा वाइब्रेशन हो रहा है इधर सेटअप है। ऑडियो बराबर कर दिया मैं, ऑडियो अभी एकदम परफेक्ट रहेगा। मेरी आवाज अच्छी आएगी और स्ट्रीम की इनकी ऑडियो ज्यादा नहीं है, एकदम सही सेट कर दिया। एंट्री वापस कर रहे क्या पूरी? अबे हाँ बे, प्रॉपर एंट्री कर रहे थे पब्लिक वापस पूरा का पूरा। देखो बड़े फेस कैम में दिखाओगा कैसा दिखता है, देखो वो देखो वहां से चलते आ रहा है, दिख रहा है क्या तुमको? वहां से चलते आ रहा है, देखो देखो ये रहा, ये देखो चलते आ रहा है। Let's go boys, क्रूशियल डे। इन्हें प्लेयर्स बैठ गए, माय बैड, प्लेयर्स की एंट्री नहीं, प्लेयर्स ऑलरेडी बैठ गए, रे। चश्मा पहनने की जरूरत है स्नैक्स भाऊ। बैठ गया, अभी दिख गया सारे, बैठ गए। चालू होने वाले प्रॉपर सही टाइम पे, अपन 2 मिनट में मैच चालू है, 2 मिनट में मैच चालू है यार। 4:30 बजे शार्प, कोई भी डिले नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है। लेट्स गो, चालू करो मैच। चॉकलेट चालू करो जी। बड़ा कैम रखता हूं अभी, देखो प्लेयर्स बैठे हुए सारे के सारे प्लेयर्स बैठे हुए। चश्मा पहना तब दिखा। मेरे को आज फीलिंग आ रही है, आज कुछ खतरनाक होने वाला है। मेरे को आज फीलिंग आ रही है पब्लिक, कुछ खतरनाक होने वाला है आज। मतलब जिंक्स नहीं करना चाहता हूं, पॉजिटिव वाली फीलिंग बोल रहा हूं मैं। याद रहेंगे ऐसा वाला फीलिंग आ रही, भयंकर वाली। आप बात यार लड़के यार बस एकदम हेल्दी और एकदम टकाटक अच्छे से करे, मजा आ जाए। लियो। चालू करो मां चॉकलेट। चलो पब्लिक, जिस भी गॉड में आप प्रे करते हो, बिलीव करते हो, आन दो एकदम पॉजिटिव। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया, बप्पा आज हो जाए स्पेशल डे, बप्पा आज। डे कॉल्ड ऑफ। अरे पागल हो गया, मैच चल रहा है पीछे, क्या डे कॉल्ड ऑफ? आज पूरा होगा भाई, 8 के 8 मैचेस होंगे पब्लिक, 8 के 8 मैचेस होंगे। बाय द वे वी आर वेरी क्लोज टू 2.6 मिलियन, 2.6 मिलियन हो जाए आज। 12,000 सब्सक्राइबर चाहिए, कर दो 2.6 मिलियन। सब्सक्राइब काउंट नहीं रुकना चाहिए भाई, सब्सक्राइबर काउंट बढ़ते रहना चाहिए। अभी भी देख रहा हूं चैट में एल जर्सी स्पैम मार रहे। देखो फिर से बता रहा हूं कॉन्टेक्स्ट आप लोगों को, आप लोग जितना मेरे को प्यार करते हो, बट कुछ पर्टिकुलर लोग हैं जो नहीं पसंद कर रहे मैं जिधर हूं, मैं जो भी अपने को सपोर्ट मिल रहा, वो लोग क्या किए कल, मैं इंडिया की जर्सी पहना, मैं किस इमोशन से पहना था मैं आपको, आप सब जानते हो, उस पर टीम इंडिया लिखा होता है, इसके लिए मैं वो इमोशन के लिए वो जर्सी पहना। बिकॉज मैं अगर ओजी की जर्सी पहनूंगा तो गॉडलाइक के लिए अच्छा नहीं है, वो गॉडलाइक की जर्सी पहनूंगा तो ओजी के लिए अच्छा नहीं है। तो टीम इंडिया को सपोर्ट करने के लिए मैंने क्रिकेट की जर्सी पहनी। अब उस जर्सी पे स्पॉन्सर होते हैं, ड्रीम 11 का स्पॉन्सर था उसमें, जो कि इंडिया में अभी बैंड है। तो उस चीज को रिपोर्ट कर रहे लोग ईडब्ल्यूसी को कि ये जानबूझ के प्रमोट कर रहा है, जानबूझ के। तो इस टाइप के भी लोग हैं भाई अपनी कम्युनिटी में, तो उनको इग्नोर करने के लिए अपन क्या करें, सिंपल अपन आगे एसिटल की जर्सी में, क्योंकि जो अपन स्टेज पे अभी है, मैं नहीं चाहता हूं मैं किसी के साथ भी कुछ लफड़े करूं, मेरे को कंट्रोवर्सीज नहीं चाहिए। मैं एकदम सिंपल सीधा साधा नॉर्मल इंसान हूं जो अपने में फोकस करता, अपनी काम पे फोकस करता। इसी बात पे गणपति बप्पा मोरिया, चालू हो रहा मैच, लेट्स गो। चलो चलो लेट्स गो बॉयज। लेट्स गो। कास्टर्स का ऑडियो अभी आ रहा नहीं, तो मैं मोस्टली शायद वर्ल्ड फीड वाला ही ऑडियो ऑन करूं। कास्टर्स का ऑडियो अभी तक आया नहीं गाइस, थोड़े 1-2 गेम बाद कास्टर्स का ऑडियो आ जाएगा, तो उसको एडजस्ट करना। अभी के लिए शायद विदाउट कास्टर्स अपन देखे, बट 1-2 गेम बाद या इसी गेम के बीच में कास्टर्स की आवाज आ जाएगी। वो उनके यहां से फीड आने में मेरे को 1 गेम लगता है, ठीक है? थोड़ा एंजॉय करो, अभी बड़ा दिन है, बड़ा माहौल है, बड़ा मंच है, और आज इंपॉर्टेंट डे अपने लिए। लेट्स गो बॉयज, वी गॉट दिस। गन फाइट है नहीं, वो एक बार देखना है मेरे को, क्योंकि अपना कैसा मिरामार में क्लैश वाला सीन था। देखो आरू जा रहा ला बेंडिटा की तरफ, आतंकी कहां अलग उतर रहा भाई? इम्पाला जा रहे क्या अपन? इम्पाला नहीं, या तो पोर्तो जा रहे क्या? जा रहे गाड़ी लेके।
Looks like teams are fairly extricated from one another. It's a little bit
लेफ्ट राइट उतरे एकदम सेम नहीं है, लेफ्ट राइट उतरे।
S2G. However, I don't imagine that's going to be too much of a problem. Grabs a vehicle.
यहाँ से नॉकआउट देके पुश बना सकती भाई, मत करना भाई, दोनों अपनी टीम है।
Maybe some danger between Godlike and Orangutan, but yeah, they're far enough afield. I don't think that they're going to get too.
मेरे को लग रहा है आधा कर लिया, इतना तुम्हारा इतना मेरा, इतना लूट।
Galaxy, they're going to be heading on over to El Pozo. That is normally out the 7th drop, but they are not here in the finals, so they should be able to get looted up pretty quick here. They're going to start off by, of course, securing those vehicles. Super important.
उत्कर्ष आजादी महोत्सव में पाए 90% तक के डिस्काउंट के साथ 13% एक्स्ट्रा ऑफ और 100% तक के रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स। एनरोल नाउ। आजकल मार्केट में कुछ भी लेने जाओ, ऑप्शंस की कमी तो है नहीं। इन्वेस्टमेंट
some buildings.
They should be alright.
Yeah, they should be plenty. They'll have
फाइनल्स का पहला मिरामार है ना?
Yeah, they're fairly center on this.
ग्रैंड फाइनल्स का पहला मिरामार है,
some of the areas in Crater Field to
जो अपन विटनेस करने वाले।
over there. Alola as well, likely to head towards La Cabrera. Maybe try and hold some of the hills, leave an outpost down south. Aurora gets a
अरे ये ग्राइंड क्यों कर रहा है? अरे टॉप भाई टाइम कम बढ़ गया तो क्या?
unfortunately,
कल एडमिनो को देगा, ये टॉप भाई कर रही।
Hey, you always gotta check the bush, all right? You never know. You never know. There could be a random player hiding in that one.
अबे ढोल, अरे साला ढोल बज रहे।
Get his Murata, so he's going to be driving fast down the lane. But yeah, you gotta get the fingers warmed up here.
Ooh, I'm seeing a duo from Aura kind of chasing Quake from Alola up north near La Cabrera. It seems like they wanted to try and get engaged with that fight, but I don't think they've been able to hunt it down Quick just a little bit too.
Hang
on a minute. They are back on the road
Alula
again.
के पीछे पड़ गए bro.
He is turning tail, moving back towards the rest of the roster.
ना छोड़ रहा है इसको पकड़िए पहले
In the
का.
middle of La Cobraria, they're still
1v2
fighting
का
out. He has
chance.
to dunk it out by the concretes. Now he's holding on the upstairs. Backup needs to come through, but currently no response really being seen from the rest of Alula. They're leaving him kind of high and dry. As Jiggles from Aura is going to try and descend on this location too. Finally, they're into the vehicles and they're coming in for the rescue. But will it be too little too late as Quick has to go for the hot swap to the UMP juice?
What a sick shot with that shotgun. Unfortunately, it doesn't
और
hit
I
the
can
mark
say
enough to get a
ज़्यादा हुआ
knock.
आज के दिन का.
And you can see Sleepy, he ended up going to that other side there because he doesn't have a vest at all. He wanted to be able to at least get something. But because of this fight, now you got the rest of Aula being able to hunt them down. You can also see some of the other members of Aura going to come trying to support these three men. Can he hit the shot? No, unfortunately, Rep doesn't get it. It is a 3v3 from this close end, but the fourth is coming. And that off angle. See how this turns out.
I mean, when you have that south side hill under lock and key for No Fear, if he's going to get engaged here into the fight, maybe not, maybe more preoccupied with some loot. They say, you know what, it's fine, we got this under control. They're not pushing, they're being timid. They have lost a player so early, it's not what you want to see. A very aggressive roll down coming through from Aura in that scenario. Did not want to let Quick get away. I thought maybe they had stopped off a little bit before, but no. They just kept on going, kept hounding that one down. It's worked out here. The question now for me is, as I always talk about with early engagements, how long are you going to spend?
That's the exact question, right? So I like what Aura did, right? They saw a solo player, chase him down, get the secured point. That's fine. I'm starting to wonder what Aula's doing. Yep, because they are getting caught out, and now here comes Aura on the push. Sky running in with the MP, with the UMP, looking to get those finishes, and they are on the run. Nasser trying to at least get some angles here. But it's not going to be good enough. To delete the first squad here on day 2 of the finals.
Every player getting their elim stuck in early on
Clean
Mirabelle.
clean.
4 eliminations for the team, 1 apiece. Sleepy will get back to his feet, and they can look to re-establish control back down towards Crater Fields. They may need a little bit more loot on side, depending on how much was going through. I think I did spot a Winchester on one of the players for Horror, so probably look to get that one replaced. Although there will be crates on the players coming through from Alula as well. In the meantime, though, Godlike has managed to capitalize on this opportunity from this northeast side. They've managed to move in and could contest.
All right, yeah, you can see these movements coming out really, really quick. You can see right there on the right of your screen here, folks. E-Arena up on top, waiting to see when Godlike's going to wake up. They definitely need to here today. They're sitting in 14th place with 13 points. Let's see if they can do it. There's still plenty of matches here to be played here, folks. I have a big feeling these leaderboards are going to be shaking by the end of the day.
I mean, we talked about it yesterday a little bit, that 18 match sets, generally you can put more stock into your averages performance rather than those big E-Arena 29 limmers kind of coming on through. Yeah. Which, even then, didn't serve them too well in a 12-match set, which is absolutely insane. But, yeah, absolutely. I'm talking about consistent 6 pointers on the board. It's so great for your team. If you can do that, every time you get further than that, brilliant. Beautiful stuff. Furia running into a little bit of a roadblock. But a 1v1 over the top of the hill. Silence shuts him out. And Lord will no longer be able to levy the toll on the crossing. And Furia may even be able to get the res here for Nick Galaxy. It is not a good start. In 3rd place, you don't want to be losing players early, not like this.
That was a huge shot there for Pmwc in the mid-range. Is able to get the knock. Very, very crucial. Instant thirst as well. So you can see Coops is going to be hunting down some high ground, trying to get the revenge for his teammate. But Ayala is climbing this up as well. Is Coops going to see him? He does. He finds Silence slipping. Now he's going to go for the 1v2. Got to watch out for that shotgun, though. Oh, that did tip him up a little bit. Coop's so good in the CQC though. Push it back and forth. Finds
Oh!
the 1v2.
सामने वाले को demotivate कर दिया shotgun से. Scarel पे आ गया.
The weapon swap. He knew he had a
Nice
disadvantage against the shotgun there and was able to do a lot of work. This is vengeance coming through for Coops, and Furia left flagging. Unfortunate. Silence may be resible here as Chief sidles in to go for the red. There is another fight happening on your elimination feeds as well as Fourth Drives clash with Team Flash on the south side.
1v4.
Doing well. A nade over the top.
1v4 का chance है.
Goes for 3 now against Furia, who took one of their players down, but they are finding out what it feels like to be under the wrath of Coops. Turning his attention out now to the open sand dunes. Not going to quite connect on the first part of the spray down. Looks for more.
मार दिया रे.
Are you kidding me? That is Coops with
Bro, 1v4
against Furia.
1v4 मार दिया.
Stuff going on through from
इसके बंदे close भी नहीं
Furia
है.
needed to keep that one together.
W's क्या मारा है.
In the meantime, have now been dragged down to one.
घुमा के मारे.
As Fourth Drives are going to be the main benefactors of that.
इसके बंदे अभी up जाके आ रही frame में.
Yeah, they're the team that has taken down all 3 players so
Confidence
far from Flash. Aurora
Loot में आ गया, देखो मयूर भाई आ गया.
in those Picardo hills to the north side of it. They are not going to contest it
मयूर
just
आ गया
yet. So
loot
for
में.
Fourth Drives, they now have to move in because we did see a fairly hard east shift on this zone.
Yeah, that eastern shift is gonna definitely get these teams moving here pretty quickly. And yeah, Fourth Drives, they are not in the zone just yet. They're right on the south side of San Martin. They're gonna be just kind of making sure they get their vehicles going, choosing for the buggy. All right, they're all set up, and now gonna find a spot in this next zone.
या मैप निकाल ही
Teams
लेता
that
हूँ
are
मेरे से ना
not
रहा
here
है इतना.
yet. You're going to be looking at Nosham Red Force. They are all the way down in Los Leones. They're still in the blue zone here. So they're going to be one of the teams pushing the latest into this circle. They're in 12th place right now with 21 points. But with this zone shift like this, it definitely buys you a lot of time here. So the most important thing is just rotating very carefully, not trying to get shot out of your vehicle. Play things very calculated.
कर दिया तुम्हारे भाई ने setup.
Already set up in these buildings near water treatment.
Godlike center में.
They're going to park themselves for as long as possible.
Oh yeah.
थोड़ा नीचे.
You're just going to hold out for the
H
time
तो नहीं बोल
being.
सकते, वो भी almost center ही है. ये zone पे matter करेगा.
Hold down on these houses.
ये zone पे पूरा matter करेगा.
Just trading
क्या है
shots.
क्या नहीं.
Oh!
Crazy's found himself a big green gun.
AWM दिखने वाली
That's my
है.
favorite.
Shafty.
The AWM. I want to see some snipes, man. Nothing gets me more excited than see a crazy flick headshot to turn the game around. Let's see what Razy can do. He's got the 8x too. Let's see what this replay. Coops, pow, gets the knock on to Silence. Wins the clutch.
इसको demotivate किया है भाई इसने कि भाई तू आ. Scarel भी है.
Here, just beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I was highlighting before, right? That shotgun bait coming through, peeking up so quickly and back down, dodging the shells coming through, and again, forcing that weapon swap. He knows that he's going to have the advantage, or at least be on a level playing field. The nade on target, yeah, great. Furia just didn't seem to understand how to compete against this high ground position. I'm not too sure what more they could have done there. Maybe just not engaged on that spot to begin with. But yeah, it's a little unfriendly.
Godlike
Next
ने जो
circle
split ले रखे हैं ना,
comes on through.
बढ़िया है. अभी I guess regather हो जाएंगे क्योंकि अभी तक cluster है ना.
On that south side, keeps the hills to the southwest of water treatment. Hacienda all in play. Teams are going to start to crunch in onto the middle. This roadside to the southwest of water treatment is going to be tricky to navigate, and it looks like Tiamba are going to try and do so, try and keep themselves alive. S2G find out just how tough it can be to move past this location.
Yeah, smart play there from Tiamba. They go ahead and move, and they take this gas station. They realize one of the players from S2G are isolated. Easy point lockdown. That's going to hurt S2G, leaving them with 3. That's an elimination for Tiamba and a slightly better position as well. So this gas station is pretty solid if the zone shifts away from them. The most important thing, though, is protecting those vehicles. It's very weak to that hill behind them. So they're going to have to put them in some different spots just in case the zone does shift.
I mean, it is that road that they are sat right next to that is so difficult to cross right now for teams out on the northeast side, which is why you're seeing so many teams committing down to this southwest edge, right? To be a little bit more uncomfortable, a little bit too close for comfort, but you don't have that major blockage of trying to get across that open ground, which is going to be difficult for Vitality, unless they can find a big opener, crack the can open with that AWN, land that shot. and try and find that pick. Ooh.
Oh,
Finish
it's
the
a
top.
huge one.
Aurora getting spotted. I think 4 Thrives are getting stuck
Kitna
into
meter
the
dur mara?
fight.
300
4
plus
Thrives,
tha
4
kuch.
players alive. Aurora having one of their players flushed away, and now Hazaifa close up into the fight. The pump action for Reapers. Trying to hold
Close
it
range ho gaya.
over. The
3v4
SK12 has a couple more
nice.
rounds behind it. And Ziolo
Sonam
goes
didi.
down quickly
Nice
too.
clean wipe.
With 4 elims already on the
Copy.
card. Aurora going to be contributing to the points tally for 4 Thrives fairly soon. It looks
Oh,
like
oh,
Duck
oh,
goes
oh, oh,
down.
oh.
The big boom through the
Self-blade.
window. And Aurora ain't got nothing in the
Self-blade
face
kar
of
diya.
4 Thrives, who look to mark the start to their ascendancy.
And
Peak
the
se bahar
crowd
jana tha need.
goes wild
Wapis
here
jayega.
in Paris, France. The 4 Thrives fans are chanting
Cody
their
ko position mein liye,
name.
maar
This
bhi
is
liya.
what they want to see. And this isn't going to get just any squad here, folks. This is against Aurora, who has been
Top five ne
crushing
to
it
system angle
here
diya,
so
bro.
far. So that's the 4th place team out. 4 Thrives in 6, now with 6 eliminations, looking really, really strong to start the day.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how you want to kick things off. But remember, as we said before, it is a marathon today. You can't allow yourself to get tired out. I mean, it's excellent when you find those moments, when you find those high octane, high adrenaline moments, but you cannot allow yourself to drop off after that. So I hope that they're going to have their heads screwed on tight
Abhi NH
so
of
that
40
they
ka ho
can keep
sakte.
their nerve for the
अपने वाले
rest of the day
reunite हो
as
गए,
well.
हमारा पूरा
And
fielding
there
set
is
कर
still
लिया
much
अपना.
more of this match to play, so they have to get a lot further. And
Mania
in this
पे
position
zone है,
that they are
Mania
right
का zone
now, against Nongshim Red Force, I feel like they potentially could have a good time, but they're going to have
हो
to
जाओ,
shift
अरे gather हो
northwest
जाओ, gather
away
हो
from
जाओ
their
भाई.
current location,
Power and Sun में
past
निकल
San
लो.
Martin, which is going to contain, I would say two. I was going to say 2 teams, but it's one plus another player. Tops the last
और
player
अगर
alive
जिगल आ रहे,
for
जिगल मारने आ रहे.
Flash. That was dealt with earlier by 4 Thrives themselves.
So, yeah, you can see Tops does get away from now. Now 4 Thrives, man. I'll tell you one thing. When it comes to the finals, I'm already feeling a different level of aggression here. Like, these teams are pushing immediately the second
man,
they feel
yaar,
weakness,
nahi na,
they're sending
gather
it.
ho
Now
jana
here comes
tha.
Aura. We saw Sky get an elimination in the feed.
नहीं हो जाओ यार कुछ
We're gonna
नहीं.
keep an eye on this one, though.
एक-एक
This is
pick
still
नहीं यार, कल की
outside of the
तरह.
circle. Just to that
नहीं होगा यार,
right
गाड़ी को
side.
मारा था.
Yeah.
of San Martin.
Yeah, this is on board with the fight in the northwest now.
Rah!
Are able to find Salme. They got that flush that they found the knock for earlier. And Godlike, they are now down to 3. S-Power
यार,
has
ये इधर
regrouped
जल्दी हो
through
जाना
towards
था.
the rest of his team, and they should be fine out there.
चलो ठीक है कोई ना.
Horror can look to try
कर
and
लेंगे,
navigate their
तीन
way
बंदे भी
forward.
कर
I don't
लेंगे.
expect another fight between these 2 teams, maybe for the next minute or so. Oh dear.
Oh no, not like
That's a real bozo play right there.
और
coming
आने क्या था
through.
पूरा
That
fielding
is-
set कर लिया था. जैसे ही निकला मारे.
That's Max Man's grenade of the day.
this. He almost got away with it too. You know what I'm saying? But our observer's just too good, right?
Seriously.
Had to show the replay real quick, just be like, just in case.
OG भी
you
proper
missed this,
zone में.
right? That is where it's at. Yeah. So unfortunate.
Proper zone में बैठी है
for
अभी.
Aurora. And it just goes. And I'm telling you, folks, at this level, I mean, we got $500,000 for first place, and it's little mistakes like
Let's
this.
chapta
that
bada
hurt.
patta
But we can
that
see
shot.
Razy with the AWM starting
yeah.
to put in some work.
पहला नॉक आया AWM से.
Shouldering that can opener. Looks to try and split the seams of Tianba's hold on the longhouse, but we know what Tianba can do.
अबे knock
when
push
they're
मार
holding
दिया
down
इन
the
लोगों ने
longhouse.
तो.
We know what Milu can do at least. Vitality want to try and find it. The res comes through. Milu is low HP, but he can get some healing done. Razy is
Eagle
close
फंसता है
by.
उनका.
Another stepping forwards, but staying on the rooftops here is bold from QZZ. It may just work, but the
Oh.
nade in response is brutal. And another to follow it up. Over
उसके
towards
मारेंगे
18
क्या
now.
अभी?
Only one player in the longhouse. Milu looking to try and hold it down. With the Molotov burning, it's going to slow it out, but there's the off angle coming through from Axel. Where's the backup coming from Eagle? He's too far away to get involved here. The nade dribbles down the
1v4
stairs.
है.
Might prove to be difficult to get past there.
Eagle
Does
नहीं आ
go
पाएगा.
down. And the res is still yet to come through.
Milo का
3
1v4
players
है.
now for Vitality on the inside. Nade's cooking. Axel with a long one. Up to the top floor. May just
Eagle
blast him
फंसा है.
apart, but Eagle, he's just chilling.
Milo
What is
knock
going
दिया.
on?
He's leaving it up to Milu, saying, you got this, bro. Oh, I guess you don't got this. As
Bro,
Axel
knock
gets
push
the nade
मार
on
दिया.
him. So
आरू
that
knock
is
हो गया.
Tianba just getting picked apart here. And really unfortunate for them. But you know what? Vitality soaking up some good
Close
points.
range है OG and
I mean,
NS
the
का.
Eagle has flown away here. It is not
मारो पाइलो.
what you want to see. I'm not entirely sure what he's trying to do.
He's got
Maybe
knock
wants
हो
to
गया,
keep
finish
that
हो
forward
गया.
position, but The rest of your team's
ये भी
dead,
knock हो
mate.
गया.
You need to do something about that.
Nice
Vitality
run, चलो
were
Albino
able
ने
to
एक
run
kill
through
उड़ाया.
there. They've got
W's.
a really great opener with
Albino
that
आ गया है, kill
AWM
shooter
that we
है.
were talking about, the can opener on the
एक
position.
और kill.
And he was able to keep that momentum rolling
OG
with some
wipe हो
big
गई.
nades up to the top of the roof and a couple more positions beside. Amino looking to stop the run out from Vitality, and they
Albino
will
जगह
have to
तो
run out
अच्छी
with the
है,
circle
but
shifting
सामने से
central.
पट से headshot ना आ
Amino's
जाए.
got this unlocked.
AWM
Yeah,
है भाई.
we're gonna have to see a crazy shot here from Vitality to help this team out. I know that there is an AWM somewhere around there.
यार इसको नहीं
nice
पता होगा
shots
AWM
there.
है.
They know exactly where he is. They say, "Oh, you think you have this down?"
यार मत ले
Oh,
पीक
that
मत
headshot
ले
ghosted. Okay, how about you like some of that?
मत
Looks
ले
like it is
AWM
Eagle
है.
going down. Oh, there's the AWM. Brazy's got it. Say,
Mut,
pick me.
mut,
I
mut.
dare you. I dare you to go over that rock.
नहीं यार.
That is it, Brazy taking him out.
Boom!
यार नहीं यार,
Takes
अब ये
him down
push
from
मार
behind the
देंगे.
rock. What a pickup coming through from the shot. At the end of the AWM barrel, beautiful stuff. They baited him into thinking it was a rifle fight as well.
Yeah.
Little tickle trades, and then he was like,
Arre
I'm
yaar,
going to win this
two men
trade
ho gaye.
surely. And then he's like, bam, bam. You didn't expect that. Claps back, and immediately now, Godlike down to 2 players alive. After losing one earlier to Horror on that northwest
यार
edge.
एंगल अच्छा था, किल
Ooh,
छुड़ाने के लिए
that's
अच्छा था,
not
but
good news.
AWM
That's
भी इसलिए
immediately
था
flushed by 4 thrives on the southeast.
पट से पड़ जाएगा.
Now we're gonna go ahead and see Vitality. That goes to show you, folks,
Power
the bolt action
and
can
Mania
change the
versus
game
अभी
for you.
Vitality है.
And it works out here. AWM clutching it up. Now you can see the rest of Godlike. Just gonna have to hold those buildings for now. This is inside of the circle. Vitality, they know they have the numbers here though, so they're like, all right, there's got to be a couple of players of Godlike somewhere. Can't just run into these buildings for free. Just trying to get a little bit of information. Mania, ooh, doing this a little pre-fire
पीछे
shots.
से
on this
close in
window,
आ गया
looking to
Mania.
possibly catch somebody off guard.
सीधा
But
push
here
मारेंगे,
we
Mania
go
फंस
into
जाएगा.
the end game. Stage 5, circle starting to close. And this is an interesting one. I mean, we still have San Martin in play. A lot of open field though as well. You can see Aaron
push ही
getting
मारेंगे,
in some
Vitality
headshots
ना
on the
रुक
so easy. And now here comes Team
L
Vitality.
power
on the push.
1v4 दिखा दे.
They're looking to roll around. 2 players now remain for Godlike.
Mania भी
There are
need
others
को किया
leads the
बढ़िया.
charge into the position. S Power first to face. Molotov on the window burns him
nice
down.
one रे Power.
Immediately toasts him. And now
Nice
it's
Power,
released.
मार
More
दिया,
to
super
say.
Power.
The suppressor on the
मार.
end of the SK-12 makes it quiet.
अरे मार दिया रे ले.
With it.
1v4 चल.
More as well. 3 players fall at the
Chal.
front of S Power, and he looks for the flushes to keep it going. Manya will not be in this fight just yet. as he
चली
goes for
चली
another
उसकी
flush,
push.
and in comes the backup. Manya.
He hit him with that Molotov.
मार.
Now
Power
Racing
right there.
is down to 1 HP.
मार गया. Let's go 1v4.
Power with the
1v4.
1v4.
ले.
Ascendancy
W's.
coming through for Godlike.
Power
on the north
boys.
side. Vitality, they thought they'd taken enough out of them, but no. The gas in the tank.
W's मार किया. Power ने पेल दिया
Let's
1v4.
get this going. Are you
W
kidding me?
mark,
Game 2
सब
of the
मारा है.
finals starting
Molly जो
hot
की है
here.
उसने,
Multiple
ओए, ओए, ओए.
1v4s. S Power at the end of the day,
Power.
yesterday said the domination
ना रुक रहा,
begins, and
W's.
now it has begun.
Unleashing that.
Hold किया bro,
luxurious
single-handedly hold
hair,
किया.
Sweeping it left and right with the shotgun shells ringing out in the ears
ले
of his
उसकी
enemies.
AWM और मार
Vitality
पटपटिया हुआ.
have no idea what hit him.
मारा मारा मारा.
S Power, these longhouse
Shoran
shotgun
की shot
plays,
दिया
I'm
and Molly.
telling you man, there's something special about it. I love to see it. I absolutely adore it. With 5 eliminations now in the game, Godlike looking to keep their
5
march
kill आ गए
going,
अपने.
but they
Top
have to
9
get
है.
across some open ground here.
आगे वाला
Arena will
compound
be
खाली है
fully
इनका.
aware of what has
सीधा
just
डाल
occurred
देना.
on their north side. They should know exactly what has
मिल
unfolded,
जाना
and
उनको
crossing
compound.
this open ground is going to be difficult. I imagine that it's more likely they may look to sweep to the east, get a little bit more
मस्त
coverage
मारा
as they
भाई,
may
मस्त
try and
मारा.
approach Ulf or sweep
अपना मारा.
through the remnants of other teams across the map.
Let's see how the rest
भाई
of
इसका
this
replay दिखाना है इस बार.
match turns out. It's already been so hot here. Coops had a 1v4 earlier. They're sitting with 4 points on the edge of the circle. Satan, I believe, does
भाई
have
भाई
a position.
Witness
I
कर
think
लिया
this is
bro.
still
पहली
out of
game में
zone,
ये
so they're gonna
witness
have to
किया है
start
तो समझ
pushing
लो
up here.
कुछ और भी दिखेगा.
Ooh, XEY in the blue, and this one hurts. This is stage 6. This one's going to start chunking you down. So he's going to go ahead and get himself healed up, and yeah, already getting shot. He's like, oh, I thought I was safe. No.
Compound पे आ गए क्या बंदे?
Yeah, you thought. Down he goes
ये आ गई.
on that side. Ulf all too happy to pick up the point there. They're now on to 6 eliminations. And that will hopefully bolster them.
Power knock ho gaya.
He was going to find the shot on the S power as well. I mean, I said I was thinking they were going to route east. I didn't say I thought it was going to be successful.
Yeah.
It's
Nice
still
try,
a
Power,
really
nice
tricky
try, nice
approach
try,
here.
nice try.
And down goes
But yeah,
Banya.
5
So
point
they
in
have
the game.
left an impression
Not
of this
bad,
match.
not bad.
Godlike can hold their
पहले
heads
game के
high
हिसाब
on
से
their route
सही है.
out of this game.
Hey, it's plays
ऐसे
like
momentum
that
चाहिए.
that can be the difference, right? I mean,
हो
from
जाएगा.
a big jump in prize pool. So, I mean, Godlike losing players early, still put some good points on the board on the back of that 1v4. Looking out over to Enigma Galaxy, though. What are they going to do?
center सब खा लिए सारे एजेस पे बंदे. But वही कि center जाने के लिए एजेस से
on the transition by Sky. But he should be able to get safe here, Rez. I like the fact that Rauf is starting to throw some util up on top just to buy his teammates some time. And they should be able to get the reset here.
top 7
That was a long-range assist coming through. Hodder on that north side, I think that's at least 300, if not 4, away. And that's a really helpful hand over towards Ida to leave Enigma Galaxy on 2. Ralph now in position to potentially look for the res, suppress the run-outs here with those 2 nades lying in the way. Darkin, Molly in the corner. That's actually going to help the res coming through. So for Ida, they're keeping them on the outside, sure, but they're keeping themselves on the inside as well, which is going to allow Enigma Galaxy to get back to fighting form, and they're in the zone too. E-Arena versus Aura on the north side, though, that looks like it could get nasty soon.
Yeah, I think Ida are just kind of holding him out here because they realize the zone is coming, and the edge of this might be outside of it, but let's see how the play ends up reading out. Satan throwing in some nades in there, trying to get that crucial first knock. Trying to make some plays. Oh, the off angle here from Ida is going to be huge. Let's see what he can do from that spot.
He just dropped the nade into the sand dune instead of throwing it over towards the opponents there. Not quite as efficacious as you need it to be. You can see on the picture-in-picture there's fights across the map. Horror really suffering against the arena as Enigma Galaxy still hold the stay on over. Ida on the run out now, rolling around the edge. And there is just a cacophony of shotgun shells blasting them back. A tide of lead sweeps them straight back in the door they ran out from.
I'm so shocked that they ran out like that. Let's see what Enigma Galaxy can do on this push, though. Darkin's up on top. Coops in the front line. With the S12K, that's the weapon you want in the CQC. The best close quarters combat gun in the game. Now let's see what Ralph can do. Nice play there for me to catch some little angles there, peppering up the side of Ralph. These guys are level 3 out of their minds, though, right now.
Oh, goodness me. There's the off angle. I think that's E-Arena taking shots across the way. Because, of course, E-Arena did clean up the fight with Horror just a moment ago as well. On that northern side, they got some really big openers with a couple of nades on board. And we're able to
the bounce!
What a bank on the nade there from Coops. And now just one player on the top floor. And the shotguns are going to continue to put the pressure down. But there is still a little bit more left to fight. The Galaxy are taking shots from across the way. They get rid of Ida, but now Ulf, step into their shoes. Take down one Turkish team.
Hello, catch is right there waiting for you. Aaron's gonna have to turn around though, throw a smoke down, trying to be able to get up Soulless. Enigma Galaxy though, great start. 8 eliminations so far. Though they're looking to put themselves up on the leaderboards here. About that, they're gonna go ahead and start throwing some util onto the side of Ulf. Ulf, we're gonna have to decide where is the biggest threat here, and it's gotta be E-Arena. Scarface. Oh, thinking about
गोल्ड में तो मैंने भी इन्वेस्ट किया था, पर हस्बैंड ने बोल दिया बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है तुम पर, इसीलिए इसे बेचने का मन नहीं हो रहा है, इसीलिए कहते हैं
all the way out to their west side, but with Coops and Ralph still in action, they are penned in here. Soulless bleeding out, and E-Arena can start to establish that chokehold on them.
Oh, vehicle coming on up. Michael Molly's on fire. Not able to make it happen here. Scarface on the other side is getting peppered as well. He's going to throw some util, but Ulf just getting picked apart. E-Arena. Oh, those nades, huge. That's going to pepper up Mormon real good. And it opens up the door for Enigma Galaxy as well.
They're moving across the open ground, and they do fall. Ulf cannot weather the storm again. It's that position from Enigma Galaxy, the prevention of them sweeping out to the west that really came back to bite them here. Tourniquet layering down some more smoke cover now, and Enigma Galaxy with a 2 versus 4. Well, Coops can do it on his own, right? So what's Ralph even doing here? He's not needed.
Yeah, he's just there for moral support at this point, right? Let's see what he can do. But hey, you know what? You can never count out the IGL. That is Rauf. He's already still got that anger built inside him. That fire all the way from Aaron Gale Pachinki. Looking to apply it here. Coops with the headshots. Gets peppered up a little bit though in the process. Thinking that these guys are out of position big time. It's going to take a miracle for the Galaxy to do it. but we saw 1v4 before. We could see it here again for the third time in this game.
That would be pretty insane. That would probably be the most 1v4s we've ever seen in a single match of competitive PUBG Mobile at this level. They've got about a minute before the zone closes fully.
मर जाएंगे, बग्गी लेके जा रहे हैं, इतनी मर जाएंगे. बाहर निकलते ही जो पेटी
They
बनेगी ना.
just have a sliver of it on the edge of that open concrete slab. They are just in,
chicken
but
लिया ना
that's
तो
not
कट
going
ऑफ
to
बहुत
become.
ऊपर जाएगा
Oh, look
क्योंकि
at this,
ऑलरेडी
this
ये टॉपर्स
flyby right here. I mean, Arena doing a 2-2 split. Now, if for some reason Coops can get two of these players now, okay, yeah, Schweppes is going to move on over, play that mid-range. I like that. You know, just better safe than sorry. Use your numbers advantage, use the blue zone, and E-Arena should have this locked down.
Yeah, they're playing this very, very safe. E-Arena looking to try and convert from the top of the tables to a chicken dinner at the start of today. It would be so incredible for them to open that kind of a lead.
मेरे को लग रहा है एक आगे जाएगा, एक ADS देगा. वैसे ही कुछ
And again, we've talked about it before, Schweppes,
अरे फंस गया.
the only player here with a chance to get the third title of Pmwc champion. The only player in the world with that opportunity.
They're going to go on the push, where they're going to get aggressive. They take down Coops. It's just Rauf, and that is E-Arena. Get the first chicken dinner here today. They're hyped up. They're excited. And they were on top of the leaderboards here, so that's going to push them even further beyond.
And they played that north side well. They rotated through. I like that regroup off the 2-2 because, as you said, if you get one of those miracle picks, all of a sudden, one of those angles is basically gone because you have to stick that res. Try and keep your numbers advantage, then there's some negotiation that can happen. Regroup is 4, there's nothing that Nick McGalaxy can do. The flex out, I think, was probably okay, but was pretty bold, and I liked it. I liked it towards the end there. For E-Arena, they should be happy to kick things off today with a chicken dinner, but we've seen them do that before. We've seen them do that before in record-breaking fashion. I do not want a repeat of what happened for the rest of that day. They did not keep that pace, and it is, again, that marathon today. So for E-Arena, a brilliant start to push them even further at the top of the tables, and free and clear of lots of players keeping up to them right now. For the time being, of course, with a lot more matches to play, there's still the capacity to close that gap, but yeah, very, very happy with that opener. It felt controlled as well, in a way that I think that the big rondo that they had didn't quite feel like it was as much their agency, even though they were proactive and they were doing things. This felt like it was much more E-Arena's victory.
Yeah, I mean, the Thai squad coming in so hot here off the rip. They're looking strong. And let's see if they can continue that dominance here in a bit.
मारेंगे भाई, जैसे देखो पावर ने 1v4 मारा, वैसे हर एक बंदा अपना मार सकते हैं, बट जिंदा ही नहीं रह पा रहे, दिक्कत आ रही है. कोई ना कोई पिक ऑफ कर दे रहा है. क्या हुआ, ये आवाज इंटेंस से बन गया. तो मैं कह रहे थे वैसे के साथ में अकेले भी. अरे वही ना, अभी देखो जैसे हॉरा ने ना ट्रैप कर दिया, सौम्या को पूरा ट्रैप कर दिया कि निकलने का जगह ही नहीं दिया. हर जगह बिल्डिंग सेट कर दी, एक ऐसा प्लेस सेट कर दिया, तो वो फ्री का ही मरा है वहाँ पे. बट पावर ने अच्छा मारा भाई, वनी को बहुत तगड़ा नॉक फिनिश किया. चलो वाइटालिटी को वनी को मारा है जो डोमिनेट की है, उनके ही स्टेज में, ग्रुप स्टेज में डोमिनेट की है, उनको ही वनी को मारा है. मजाक थोड़ी है भाई. नेक्स्ट मैच टाइमिंग बस अभी शुरू ही होगा, 5 मिनट में शुरू होगा. आज के आज फटफट शुरू होंगे क्योंकि 8 मैचेस है. अभी तक अपना डे 1 कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है. ये डे 1 के ही जो पेंडिंग मैचेस थे वही चालू है. डे 1 के एंड में देखते हैं क्या होता है, और एक मैच के बाद पता चलेगा. कल क्या होगा, कल प्लेयर्स भी मार दे.
I'm backstage with Njang Smith. He is one of our co-streamers here at PMWC. We're going to have a very quick chat ahead of day 2 of the PMWC finals. And Njang, let's talk first and foremost about Paris. How's the experience been here at EWC? PMWC's been absolutely crazy so far. So give us some insight about, you know, what your experience has been like so far.
Jadi gimana perasaan kamu tentunya tentang Paris sendiri dan juga tentang PMWC yang selama ini udah gila banget gitu sudah berjalan?
Number deh Pak
Terima kasih pertama-tama buat pihak EWC dan Pmwc telah menyelenggarakan turnamen ini. Saya sangat mengapresiasi dan berterima kasih karena telah diundang ke sini dan saya sangat senang dan vibes-nya di sini sangat-sangat real, nyata, memang benar-benar keren banget.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for EWC and Pmwc for inviting me here. It's been a very surreal experience, and it's a very real experience as well. And it's just gonna goes on and on and on.
It's great to have you here. Now we can see that obviously you are supporting Team Vitality while you're here. The boys from Indonesia are performing really well on the main stage. Tell us like a bit about the boys and how they're getting on, and how do you think they're gonna do here at Pmwc in the finals?
Tentunya kan kamu di sini datang sebagai pendukung Vitality juga. Gimana pendapatmu tentang tim Vitality yang sudah bertanding di Pmwc ini? Terus habis itu juga gimana apa harapan kamu kepada tim Vitality?
Harapan saya untuk tim Vitality, terakhir Indonesia mengangkat Piala Dunia di 2019. Semoga di 2026 ini bisa kembali mengangkat Piala Dunia kembali. Dan saya mensupport Vitality sangat-sangat dengan keras, dengan antusias yang besar bersama dengan viewer saya di live streaming. Bahkan mereka sudah meramaikan stiker-stiker Bigetron dan Vitality di kolom komentar. Mereka full support buat Vitality hari ini.
Of course, the last time that Indonesia wins the World Cup is back in 2019. And now 2026, I can only hope that they can win it again. And I can only also wish the best for them. I will give them my full support. As of course, also the viewers in the chat and the live stream also they give their full support now. And we will hope for the best for Vitality.
How have the chat been since you've been here? Like, how has the experience been while you've been co-streaming right here with the event going on behind you? What's the chat been like? How has the streaming experience been for you here on the main stage?
Jadi gimana pengalaman kamu tentang live streaming di Paris di EWC ini? Begitu pula juga dengan apa sih vibes-nya dari selama ini yang bertanding dan juga pengalaman kamu juga live streaming di sini.
Pertama-tama mungkin dari peralatannya ya kok. Karena peralatannya di sini benar-benar bagus, benar-benar disupport banget. Saya senang banget bisa difasilitasi buat bisa jadi co-stream di sini. Dan untuk viewers di live chat, mereka semua senang karena melihat peralatan yang proper ada di sini.
First of all, I just want to say this is like the best equipment I have ever found. This is like a full equipment that I never even used myself. So it's just like a very surreal experience so far. Yeah.
Well, and Jang, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here at EWC. Pmwc has 2 more days of competition, and we can't wait to see you on your co-stream popping off. So thank you so much for joining us in this interview. Enjoy the rest of your experience here, and we'll check back in with you on Sunday. Back to you guys.
ไม่ออกติดกูหันหลังสมองนะ
भैया ऐसा अपने को सुनना अपने इंडियन टीम का आवाज भाई
อยู่ซ้ายไม่จอดนะมีเกก็มีซ้ายสุดอ่ะตัวเดียวตรงนั้นตัวเดียวไอ้เกอร์เจนเกอร์ลึกกันเราเกอร์ลอง
अरे माँ की पागल हो गया
E-Arena coming in hot, wanting to maintain that first place. And boy, what a start for this team here in day 2, even though we're going to be playing some matches from day 1. Still, E-Arena, this is what we've been wanting to see, especially with Tistas with the 29 eliminations.
Yeah, I was like, we cannot afford to see a flash in the pan kind of performance from E-Arena, but man, they delivered. I will say, the reason why they won is some teams doing some mistakes, right? We'll dive into it a little bit deeper here with Natura, but man, E-Arena putting up the 10 placement points from that chicken dinner, 10 eliminations on top of that. They were already number 1, and now they're creating a gap. Hey, it seems like this tournament might be the chase after the White Rabbits.
Absolutely. Like, you've got Enigma guys who come in here, they were in 3rd place coming into the first game here, so they've done a bit to extend that gap a little bit more, but you've got Wolf, you've got 4th Thrive. They're also
अपना गेम प्ले लाना पड़ेगा सीधा
I don't know what you guys are going on about still this first 29 match. Did you guys have eyes yesterday?
We are waiting, bro.
E-Arena, sorry, have been performing the entire time. This ain't even their first chicken dinner. They have actually had so much progression through every single match. It's been amazing to watch. Yeah, we're going to revert back to that, you know, that huge statement they made in the group stages, but their consistency has been key.
Yeah, for Enigma Galaxy, it's all about that.
Because
this man has been performing. He actually baited Furia into rushing him after they were able to eliminate Lord, and Coops was able to handle them all by himself.
He got the revenge he was looking for. I mean, Coops, you know that we were missing him during PMGO Season 1, and he's been putting up the numbers, but look at this. Let's quickly go through that 1v4 scenario. During this entire fight, Coops is on the mountain, uncontested, and this is not a position you should be willing to push. I feel like this is a big fumble from Furia. This is not a fight you should be even willing or even thinking about taking. And Coops here, having the time, gonna flush the elimination, denying extra information from Furia. But this grenade, one of the best grenades of the tournament, a Maxman grenade of the day, as he gets that 1v2 and then sprays him down from a distance. He gets the headshot, eliminates the final player. What an insane clutch, but so did S-Power Niptura.
Didn't he just? I mean, I wanted to replay this because look at what he's able to do here. This guy is a machine. The angles, the quick flicks. He's using these angles. He realizes that Razak is coming around, gets that elimination, and then he knows he doesn't have time to heal up, so he throws the Molotov in there, tries to come out, tries to get these angles going, and that is just buys enough time for his teammate to come on in. The Molotov will go forward. It's fantastic.
I gotta say, that Molotov he put to Tranquil's backside, that was one of the best Molotov. That is a global level Molotov coming out from S-Power. He is showing he has what it takes to be up here.
Absolutely. I love what we're seeing from him today.
I love what we're seeing out of him today as well. I love what we were seeing out of Fourth Drives in this last match. Fourth Drives being very aggressive, especially with being able to chase some of the other teams. Talking about chasing too.
एक बार मैं बैक कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? मैं आधा क्लच लेगा हूँ. अपन थोड़ा देखते हैं क्लच में हुआ क्या.
Eliminates the final player. What an insane clutch, but so did S-Power Niptura.
Didn't he just?
कौन था वो मेरे को भी नहीं पता.
I wanted to
इसने देखो पावर ने क्या किया पता, आया सीधा मॉली मारा है ताकि ये विंडोज ब्लॉक हो जाए.
Insane clutch, but
एंड वो विंडोज ही एक नॉक यहाँ हो गया.
So did S-Power Niptura.
Didn't he just? I mean, I wanted to replay this because look at what he's able to do here. This guy is a machine. The angles, the quick flick. He's using these angles. He gets that one. He realizes that Razak is
अब जो इसने दिमाग लगाया ना, उसने हील नहीं किया. उसने देखो क्या किया.
Coming around, gets that elimination, and then he knows he doesn't have.
उसका जगह ही ब्लॉक कर दिया ताकि वो घुस के ना मार पाए. उसने वो जगह ब्लॉक किया ताकि उसको पीछे जाना पड़े, तब तक इसकी फर्स्ट एड लग जाए. दिमाग से तो खेला है इसने. ये पूरा क्लच दिमाग से मारा है. गन पावर ठीक है, गन पावर अपनी जगह है, बट जो ये क्लच मारा है ना, पूरा मॉली यूटिल्स का प्रॉपर यूज करके मारा.
Time to heal up, so he throws the Molotov in.
अब वरना वो क्या करता है, ये वाइटलिटी का बंदा आके पावर को मार देता, बट नहीं. मॉली थी, पुश बैक मारा, वो मॉली में जलते जलते पीछे गया, वो वहीं फिनिश हो गया. मॉली से ही मर गया.
Tries to come out.
वो देखो मॉली से ही फिनिश हो जाएगा ये.
Tries to get these angles going.
दिमाग से तो खेला है. ये मॉली से ही फिनिश हो गया. बाहर आया.
Just buys enough time for his teammate to come on in. The Molotov will go forward. It's fantastic.
और मारा है.
That Molotov he put to Tranquil's backside, that was one of the
जहाँ
best
पे गन पावर चाहिए था, वहाँ गन पावर मारा है.
जहाँ पे दिमाग चाहिए था, वहाँ दिमाग से मारा है.
Absolutely. I love what we're seeing from him today.
भाई लोग W's हो जाए पावर के लिए.
Today as well. I love what we were seeing out of Fourth Drives in this last match. Fourth Drives being very aggressive, especially with being able to chase all the other teams. Talking about chasing too. We got a chance to see Enigma Galaxy versus Ida towards the end as well. It doesn't matter, Max.
Sure, they're a little bit low on the placement point side of things, but you know what? You can still get 2 chicken dinners over the course of what is that 5 games. That's an insane win ratio. So it kind of takes out of the equation the consistency when you get these big wins. But though, going on to the second page, one team I really want to highlight here, Nick, is Hora. I feel like this should have been at least bare minimum a podium finish. But the moment Irene just slightly started pushing up on the mountain, they crumble and they give the high ground position for free. I think Hora really threw that game.
They're not the only ones. Ulf did the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing here. And hopefully they don't do it again.
Hora threw that game, but I did like the aggressiveness that we got a chance to see out of Hora, and I'm hoping that it's going to continue on here. Let's see what's going to be happening on the second Miramar, because it's getting spicy here.
Let's go.
Dukes. John, take it away.
Second match.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. The aggression is going to be at an all-time
Oh yeah,
high
match
here.
start
We're going to see multiple 1v4s to start us off here. And I think we're just getting started. A whole bunch of matches.
next level चल रहा है भाई.
Legendary John
आपस में मारा मारी चल रही.
One game down and a whole bunch more to go.
Oh yeah, we've got our second Miramar today, of which we're going to be treated to 4 Miramars over the course of today. We're going to end on 12 matches played total of our 18-match set. We're going to set that smash boundary. A lot to play for today. And if the arena can continue to perform in the way that they are, that smash boundary is going to be so far away from everybody else. Yeah. It's not even going to be worth thinking about.
And that is what they're gonna say it earlier. Everyone's gonna be chasing the White Rabbit.
Jai Mata Di, ek match.
They can
चाहे
see
वो
the fans
Godlike
are so
को, चाहे वो उसी
excited,
को,
beauty aside of
आगे.
things. Pumped up, waiting for them to start making something happen. Unfortunately, they got taken out by Coops in that one. It is what it is.
Indian
but
flags आने दो भाई लोग.
is imminent. That's for sure. First place, $500,000.
Ulan pump हो जाओ, Indian flags आने दो, dwells आने दो, let's
So
go.
a lot of money is on the line here, folks. And let's see which team is going to push themselves and try to catch Irina.
It's not just about that cold hard cash, it's about that warm feeling in your heart when you realize you are
Chalo
the
bhai,
new champions
यही game है.
here at the PMWC at the
यही game
EWC. For 2026,
Good
there's
vibes
no team
game
here
only.
to defend that title, right? Alpha 7, don't know where they've gone. They must have gone home or something, you know, so, something like that.
Yes,
Yangon Galacticos also not making it to these finals.
Yangon 46. ठीक है अभी भी इतना one side नहीं गया मैच. But पहले दिन के हिसाब से ये के ज़्यादा point है. 68 in 5 matches. वैसे देखने ज़्यादा है.
Get things going.
Yeah, let's see which team it's going to be here. Southern playing path here on this one. So we're mixing things up for sure. And this is going to be that second Miramar match. So after this one, if it wasn't hot already, we're going to get Toronto. Right? So that's going to be a crazy change of pace. Top players so far, you can see Milu right there, 3,000 damage. What a day this guy had. Everything considered, this guy is an absolute monster. And let's just see so many big names, so many top squads. Enigma Galaxy, honestly, I really want to give this squad so much props. I mean, to be in second place, considering that these guys dealt with so many hot drops.
Early rotation जो मार दिया.
Yeah, over on Erangel.
उसका काम हो गया. Early rotation मार के ये जगह ले लो.
Fortunately for them though, Ida
बहुत प्यारी जगह है.
do anything
other than just
give points to
यहाँ से यहाँ भी push मारना easy है. ये भी push मारना easy है.
It was kind of only really one map where 4 thrives
actually
third partied it in that hot
ये
drop
prime
where
location
Galaxy didn't
actually
have a pretty okay start to their Erangel, right? So for me, it's definitely Ida that needs to move today, but we'll be seeing that later on. And they have been able to profit quite nicely. I mean, you get those 4 points at the start of the match. That's a good profit already, right? I was talking about how I want to see consistency across a lot of games, across the whole set, rather than just these big pop-offs once or twice over the course of it. That's exactly what you want, right? You're able to get 4 points. It's not unlikely you can get 1 or 2 more, and that is a massive tally. That's one thing the Galaxy have been able to find.
Yeah, and again, fortunately for them, it works out with the fact that A7's not here. They're taking El Pozo, which is one of the highest loot areas, if not the highest, in this map. So they're going to be very, very well kitted. They've made some great plays this tournament so far. And yeah, you know, we were talking about them in Erangel. Ida did feed them, essentially. You still got to beat them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not easy to win a hot drop and keep everybody up. And they're doing time and time again. But Irina catching out IQ 4 thrives. That's a huge loss for them.
Nasty, not a good opener, and a pretty great opener for Irina. Put themselves now on 69 points total, and they get a free body delivery. What more could you ask for? Unfortunate there for Thrives to be losing a player like that. That's a little bit careless, I think, in my book. Should have been a little bit more aware of the surroundings, but not to be. Irina causing problems
already.
Looking on over to 4 Thrive saying thank you in Thai.
Oh, okay.
Yes it does. Yes it does. Very, very happy so far. 69 points on top of leaderboards, and only just beginning. That smash point threshold is going to be where it's at.
Vitality
so
वापस से ट्रक
have just
मजाक लूट करते हैं भाई ये लोग.
such a fortuitous day today.
P90
Their goal
MG3
should be
लेके
to
घूमते
just
फिर
set
मार्केट
that
में.
point threshold so dang high that nobody can possibly Smash in the final day. Now, so far in the history, we've seen one team smash at an international event. That's going to be Nongshim Red Force, and that was just earlier this year at the PUBG Mobile Macau Invitational. It was, I believe, Furia that was on top with the most points, but Nongshim Red Force won that final game just by the skin of their teeth, and that automatically made them the champs. So
yeah,
last tournament
they were 1 point behind the leaders as well. They needed to win via Smash. It wasn't just a case of winning the game. So a really nice ending for them there, but that's that fairy tale not really converting over to Paris, unfortunately, for Nongshim Red Force. At the moment, they're in 9th place. Still very much doable, but they have got a little bit of a way to go on that one.
Yes, they do. They gotta make sure that they just stay secure in the end game here. Can't afford any slip-ups at all. Gotta be able to make some plays. Man, that 1v4 earlier from S-Power was so dang hype. They're still having a rough day of it so far, though. 13th place. We haven't even reached the halfway point of this tourney, though, so they still got plenty of time to bounce back. But if they want to win this thing, they've already kind of burned through the bad games that they can already afford. They really need to start putting up some good, solid, consistent points here. Because when you see E-Arena on top, that's a major threat. I mean, we've seen this team earlier in this tournament break a PUBG Mobile record for the most points. Again, so silly that they didn't make it into the into the finals off of it. But they got some little extra, survival cash, I guess.
Yeah, sure. But that's the point, right? It's a huge, massive, incredible game. Wow, brilliant, bright lights and billboards, sure. But then they weren't able to do much after that. So it was a big fall off coming through from the arena, and to that end, they didn't deserve to make it straight to the grand final through that. So to be able to come through survivals, fantastic. Okay. Now they started to really up that game, keep that momentum going. This is a much better scenario, which is kind of why what I was alluding to before is I prefer this chicken dinner that we just saw from the arena to the one that we saw in Rondo in terms of quality, in terms of an indicator for what we might expect for the rest of this phase.
Yeah, and we got to be honest, these guys very luckily made it here into the finals. They were barely able to pass up the Wolves.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, to see them barely make it in, at least I think it gives a lot of relief, right? Because for all the Wolves fans out there, they're like, we were so close.
Yeah.
But for E-Arena to actually pop off, it's like, okay, you know what? The team that made it deserved it, right? Like, they're actually doing something here. If they were at the bottom of the leaderboards, it'd be like, kind of a waste. But they're not messing around. I think that the way this tournament fared for them so far was kind of a perfect storm, right? Because they had the record, don't make it. They barely
Wondering what we all are celebrating? I just told them about Incred Money Broking's unlimited.
A lot of teams will unravel under that kind of pressure. Need to keep your mind thinking forwards. We saw some monumental plays in that last game, so
yeah.
I'm hoping that the nerves aren't going to be too rattled for a couple of our squads. It's not only on the losing side of those fights, but again, on the winning side of those fights. Because in those scenarios, that adrenaline just hits your system. And it can end up, once it drains out after the end of the game, that can be a real detriment to your performance. And that's when you need to rely on the rest of your team, on the advice of your coach, on the feeling of comfort, hopefully you can find with the rest of it, to be able to absorb the impact of falling from that great height.
Yeah, and okay. Well, speaking of height, right? The zone goes all the way up to the tippy top here. Yeah, near Crater Fields, near the Hacienda del Patron area. We just saw this circle not too long ago in the last match. So teams are going to be trying to take a similar spot to what they had. E-Arena like, yeah, why don't we go to that same spot we were at last time? We won from there. We'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit further west. It does keep a lot of those crater fields areas in, but it is very similar. You're right in terms of that location. Aurora spotting a player from Furia, but Coops will not stop in just one game. He's going to find shots onto them again. I feel like they should definitely be aware of his location this time around.
जब देखो NGX high ground पे ही मिलती है.
You know, for Furia, that's
not
a good feeling. That is not a good feeling.
Yeah, that's Miramar for you. It's
Zone ho na ho,
I mean,
matter
you're
नहीं
trying to
करते.
rotate
ऊपर जाके
and
बढ़ जाएगी.
losing players on rotation is a rite of passage.
चल मानिया
You
उतार
try
दे.
to avoid it as much as possible, but just sometimes there can be that one guy there waiting for you. You can see Godlike getting peppered.
हाँ, बच गया भाई, बच गया.
Lost. And all these players just ridiculously good at shooting people out of vehicles. And Jiggle, Aura, I heard the crowd pop off. Jiggle ends up taking out quick from Alula.
I mean, they did it last time very early on. This time it's taking them a couple more minutes, but same start to unfold. Have managed to transition down towards that south. Look to control the really sharp high ground that sits to the east of Crater Fields and overlooks a lot to that south side. So a powerful position for them to hold if they can maintain it. A little crash between Flash over on the east side, Vitality that very quickly concludes with one casualty. Win trying to get some revenge, but not really connecting as Razak
miss कर दिया रे स्प्रे ओपन किक वाला.
There goes Vitality, rotating away. They take that elimination and run with it. Federales driving outside of the zone here. Maybe looking for another vehicle. Seems that's what they have their eyes on here. No fear. Gonna pressure onto Aurora. They're on the rotation, and they're going to get caught out by Ulf. No Fear's going to push up a little bit closer here. Scarface through the nade into the building, catches out top, and that is Aurora getting picked apart here in match number 2.
Only one player now left standing. I do not think Doc is going to get the backup. He is over 500, probably about 700 meters away from them right now in the shadow of Nigma Galaxy on the west side. You just can't move. This is an easy set of flushes coming through. Ulf have got this roadside compound. They got quite a decent amount of cover. It's Horror who sit on their northwest across the road, up on that high ground. So for them, for Ulf, I'm feeling like they're fairly safe. This next circle might put more pressure on them, but being as central as they are, it's
yeah, they're sitting pretty. They don't pretty much have to move very much at all. And yeah, they don't have to move at all here with this next circle. Vitality though over the road. They're going to have to push on in. Nongshim Red Force on the south side. They're going to have to get into some battles here very, very shortly. That's just because Nongshim always land on that southern end. So a northern circle like this makes them late to the circle. We'll see what their decision-making is here as Tianba looking to put themselves in a slightly more central position as Sleepy gets a nice knock there on Aaron.
S2G are also pushing in from this northeast side. Aaron down, Tianba to move in. Eagle and Milu in with the same vehicle, but there's a beautiful spray. What a response coming through from Solus, holding in the face of the push. QZ wants to try and turn it around, but Solus has more left in the ammunition. We'll find it. Looking for now the last player of Tianba. QZ with the M249 is being hunted. Ketch steps into the fight as well to assist his teammate, but there is still more to do. QZ won't go down, but he finally falls. And Solus stands in the face of Tianba, says not today.
Not today, indeed, as Ulf with a beautiful stiff arm onto Tianba. And you can see the pressure is on. You can see the player catch relieved after that one. What a play from Solus, though, to be able to shut him down.
They got Tian bounced out of that compound. It was not to be. I mean, what a lineup there. A little bit wayward on the crash. It felt discoordinated between the two players in the vehicle. Not quite what you want to see from Tianba. I don't want to say lazy. I feel like it was being harried by Horror with the off angles there on the northwest side. S2G were putting pressure on the back. It became a little bit too chaotic. They couldn't quite find their way through it. There was no way that they could navigate that storm, unfortunately. But for Solus, that is a monumental clip farm. Not quite a 1v4.
That's as close to 1v4 as it gets here, folks. I'm telling you, big plays coming out of here in the finals. Axel getting naded up pretty good, peppered by Al-Ula. Let's look at the replay here. Solus with these headshots. Taking out that duo. And still finding themselves good movement here Yeah, as soon as he sees
ये
QGZ,
किया cancel किया उसको knock
pops a
दिया.
nade on accident and gets the knock.
Oh, okay, we're back in with Alola versus Vitality. One over the top, looking for another as well. There are 3 players alive on side for Alola, but there is damage pouring back over towards Vitality as Razy now and Axel have to step into the fight to try and keep this one going. Razy gets shut down though as S2G are blowing out the third party on the north side here. Kamikaze, Solke, both moving into position. Lost is out on a north wide flank too.
And Axel trying to find some high ground here, trying to find an off angle. Razy just forced to just run out in the open, no vehicle to his name. Trying to be able to help out Federalis. Federalis is knocked, and it looks like he will be thirsted here because this is taking a long time. Meanwhile, S2G decided to just back things up. Say, you know what, we don't want none of this. This zone going down south. Let's prioritize that.
भाई बैकग्राउंड आवाज भाई बंद करा दो भाई. ए भाई PMWC वालों देख रहे हो, प्लीज कर दो यार, हमारे लिए कर दो यार. ए ओजी आरो ने नॉट किया रे डीपी. ना बस अरे गॉड.
Yeah, it doesn't have the team shots to be honest. Well, doesn't have a team to take shots with. Is more accurate here. For Razy, you need to be 100% sure that you can lock down a knock or maybe even a flush. Ida.
Nice one, Ray. I think you might nice one.
There, nicely done. But there's still a little bit more to do. Ida being devastated yet again. Rita now lost. Aru and a tanky. About face for another approach. Rita cooking a nade to try and slow things down, but there's an off angle coming through from Irina, who is stepping up into the firing line. Orangutan and send Ida packing.
There we go. Starting to turn things up, but here we go. It's the White Rabbits battling it out. Turny K getting the flushes. It's all up to Falak, and it ain't gonna be good enough. Irina just putting in that work, and they're going to keep their whole team alive.
And back up they get. Nicely done, nicely done. We saw
Razy
doing a lot of work against Alola. Godlike this is a solo? A solo against Alola on the north side? Where did that come from? Razy's popping off on the north as a solo.
DMR मार दिया.
Eliminations, Razy putting the points here for Team Vitality. The Indo squad looking good here, as they're going to be pushing into this next zone. And we're looking at this next circle as it is just south of Crater Fields. You got OG on that southern end right next to Irina. That battle
OG and Godlike 2-3 man.
And now you got Enigma Galaxy right next to Nongshim Red Force as well. Let's see how they're going to play this out. Coop's got that Mini 14 looking for that long-range headshot.
I'm also looking at S2G on the northeast side of the circle right now. Jukes, they have to push in, and as a 4, do you go in the shadow of Horror, or do you try and sweep down and push past Flash? But no, it is a difficult approach for S2G, and they do not have long to make that choice. I feel like they are committed much more up to the north edge to potentially challenge Horror on that northern side.
बहुत पीछे अरे एक मैच की बात है रे, हो जाएगा, कमबैक हो जाएगा.
Let's see how this is gonna play out.
Admino
got the high ground as well.
Long range.
This is
अरे यार
stage 4 here, folks. Admino does get knocked though from Godlike and flushed, so it's only gonna be 2 players up for the side of Godlike. OG in the same boat with the duo, driving around just trying to get a little bit of intel. Dawkins nearby, you gotta watch out for that. Meanwhile, Aura from the high ground are trying to catch S2G out on the rotate here. Sleepy is able to put some suppressive fire, keep him away for now. Kamikaze's buggy is smoking, and he's going to get popped out of here by No Fear.
High ground leke बैठे हो जब फायदा तो है.
Pressing the ridgeline, No Fear. Spiking the heart rate of S2G as they try and make their way in. They did have to make that choice in the end. But moving in, they've managed to get 3 through. And into a position which is at least tenable, but not really super beneficial to their long-term prospects. In the circle, though, which is good. Not the same can be said for Enigma Galaxy, Irina, Flash, Ulf. These teams going to have to move.
OG zone में, अरे OG versus Godlike होने वाला है क्या?
If they keep getting picked apart with Razy still.
OG versus Godlike होने वाला है.
Hang on a minute, no, that was over the sky. So Horror are suffering. This solo long range on the north edge, Vitality.
Aru ने Godlike को मार दिया.
Okay, this is the replay of the 1v. I think 3.
Yeah, there we go. Yasser catches him out as he pops out the vehicle. And then, pow, beautiful use of that ridgeline. Razy just picking apart Ahula. Those mistakes, man, making it look easy there.
Yeah, that was pretty clean. Swaps out to the bayonet as well for the final moment. I wanted him to run it through there a little bit. That would have been the coolest. But you know what? You're looking pretty cool already, Razy. Still with a knife fix to the end of the barrel.
Yes, indeed. Let's see what Razy can do with it. He's gonna be holding on to that AUG as well. No fear up on top of the hill, doing a good job of applying that suppressive fire on these teams trying to find a way into this next zone. Oh, crazy. Soaking up the points as a solo here for Team Vitality.
I mean, since he's been a solo, he's gotten 4 eliminations. He's weakened Horus' hold on this northern side as well,
yeah,
which I think is a really big factor here. With 4 players, Horus are basically
नेट ही चलेगा क्या ये सब दिखने के बाद?
With 3, that's a different conundrum altogether. Ulf could potentially have an opening rotation if they don't go down in this spot because Sleepy has got that angle. But if Sleepy
क्या हो रहा है ये? ये उनका है मेरे को लग रहा है उनका है ब्रो. ये उनका लैग लग रहा है, मेरा नहीं लग रहा.
Sleepy has got that angle, but if Sleepy
अच्छा उनका है, उनका ऑफ है. देखो उनका ऑफ है, अपना नहीं है. उनके एंड से है, उनके एंड से ये रहा. देखो उनकी चैट है, तो इनका और 2-3 जगह पे चल रहा होगा. रुको इंडियन में देख लेते.
जानना बहुत जरूरी है कि इस मैच में और आगे की कहानी क्या रहने वाली है, परंतु वो कहानियां देखिए चलती रहती है. कहानी और किरदार तो ये सब बना रहे हैं, बट इस गेम को और पिछले गेम को हमने अभी तक जितना देखा, थॉट्स यही रहने वाले हैं कि टीम्स बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर के अंदर शायद नजर आ रही हैं. आपके क्या थॉट्स रहेंगे?
रियोस है क्या?
100 में पहले जो एलिमिनेट हुए दोनों गेम्स के अंदर, व्हाट्स योर
रियोस होगा क्या?
देखिए, आप एक तरफ से ये भी कह सकते हैं कि 100 में शायद अपनी टीम से थोड़ा सा दूर खेल रहे हैं, या फिर दूसरा थॉट आप ये भी रख सकते हैं कि
भाई एक हिसाब से देखने है तो रियोस अच्छा भी है, बट ओजी के लिए पूरा हो जाएगा.
लॉबी में खेल रहे हैं तो आपको ये तो पूर्ण रूप से आपको पक्का करना होगा कि अगर आपका प्लेयर दूर है तो आप उसे कवर दे पाए.
ओजी के लिए अच्छा है, बट गॉडलाइक के लिए रियोस बढ़िया है.
100% देखिए उसी तरीके से तो ऑब्वियसली मुश्किलें बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई.
ओजी ने ये गेम कर लिया, उनका जो भी काम था.
हमने ई अरीना और फोर्थ राइज वाली बैटल भी तो देखी है. इट्स ई अरीना जस्ट
Sleepy has got that angle, but if Sleepy
नहीं, उनका नेट गया है, वहां का नेट गया है, उनका इंटरनेट गया है, सबका ही बंद हुआ है. जबकि आई गेस मैप वाले भी बंद है. हाँ मैप वाले भी बंद है, वहां पे नेट गया है. तो रियोस ही होगा फिर तो, क्योंकि नेट गया है तो समझ के चलो पूरा जाएगा. ओजी के 7 किल थे, 7 पॉइंट है. एंड अगर वो ऐसी जगह पे यहाँ से पोजी पॉइंट्स पे मिलने वाले देखना है तो मिलने वाले पोजी पॉइंट्स इनको 1-2 मिल जाते, ये तो सीन हो गया फिर.
बहुत क्रेजी हो जाता. हम टोल आते हैं, नहीं करते ना, सारे क्रिएटर्स साथ में सब बैठे हैं अभी नॉर्मली. उससे बेटर ये सब करो. पहली बार
पता है पंप करना पड़ता है. अभी मैं जाके चिल्लाऊंगा फिर सब चिल्लाएंगे. ऐसे अंदर से आना चाहिए बे. आज अगर अच्छा परफॉर्म करते ना, कल अपन लेके आते तो
लास्ट डे तो लेकर आना. लास्ट डे
बट आज पोजीशन होनी चाहिए ढोल वाली.
देखो मैच देखते
हमारे तो ढोल ही बज रहे हैं.
बाबू अपने वाले गाड़ी और घर में
ठीक हो गया क्या? और अपने पे जुगाड़ बात है ब्रो, अपन जुगाड़ इंसान है. कहाँ गया ब्रो? हैकर की एंट्री हो जाती है बात पे. हो गया क्या शुरू?
Gonna have to be silent here. Crazy, he knows something's up. He's waiting for someone to peek that hill, waiting for someone to make the move. But instead, he's just gonna stay very, very quiet here. Uh-oh.
Up they go.
They're Jiggle, you better watch out. They're coming for you. Silence, driving up the hill little by little.
I think Razy's going to get spotted here. Igor is going to run straight into it potentially. Oh, maybe not. Darts back a little bit. They're waiting for the peaks. This negotiation on the north side is tense. S2G isolated right now on the southeast side of all of this. Sort of just playing in the same spot. Looks like they're trying to start to move out now, which I like. I think it's the right decision. And we've got solos from Aurora, solos from Ulf, as well as Orangutan. Maybe the first of those to go down, but does take a fair chunk out of the loss before he goes out.
7 day.
Put some damage on the board.
8 cozy point. Not bad, not bad.
S2G looking to clean this up here. They definitely need to win. They're in 12th place. Win will definitely put them in a good position here for the rest of the day.
तो ये मैच मेरे ख्याल से काउंट होगा.
Furia the same boat.
काउंट हो रही है.
Let's see who's going to take this chicken dinner. The Aura rocking a 2-1
के
split with Jiggle on the absolute high ground.
I guess.
Don't forget about Doc though. Aurora all by himself. He's still there. You can see him. He is just holding that spot and starting to soak up some placement points here. Only 6 teams remaining.
The thing for Aurora right now is that they know there's a solo on the north side, which gives them a little minor advantage if there's going to be a third-party fight between them and Furia. Raze's angle might not be known. S2G take a shot from Eren, who is their solo from Ulf. And Eren finds the flush as well. So S2G now down to 2 players. Jukes, there's a lot of solos here, but they aren't without their opportunity.
Yeah, that's for sure. They can win this whole thing if the timing ends up perfect for them. You can see nice shots there from No Fear. Oh, instant confirmation too. MSG's really hurt.
Thought he's going to throw the pan there.
Yeah,
no.
that would have been nice.
Pulls
to say,
the pin on the nade.
Take some of this. How about some of that? Long nade. Not able to get the finish. And it looks like S2G should be able to get the reses here. Does he have a Molotov for another nade? Because I mean, he has the high ground. He might have the arm to get there.
It doesn't look like they're going to go for it. The res likely to be coming through now.
ENA भी अपने 6 points निकाल के मर गए.
Themselves alive as 2 players. It's Raze that I've got my eyes on still from Vitality. He's gone so far, come such a distance. Eren, most likely the next solo to fall. Eagles has flexed out and is very close to Doc for Furia. That could be a dangerous spot if they're caught unawares. Oh, he's hopped out as well. Doc might just be able to get away with a free elim here. There's a nade in his hand. This is not where you want to be for Eagles. If he doesn't hear this pin, if he doesn't get out of the way, this might just be a free knock, but he's into the vehicle again. And I think he's read into it. He's up into the wall now. Doc has to hold his little shot down the open.
Silence and Furia just waiting for this fight to happen. These guys are going to wait up to the last second here. The zone is closing. Okay, Jiggle backing things up, and he goes right into Raze. Great headshots, but great teamwork there to be able to shut him down.
It felt like that was the opportunity there. Jiggle stalling on the buggy slip, but just didn't quite finish off that spray. And the backup from Horror, of course, they did know he was there. As I was saying earlier,
Horror strong leg game
was good news. Oh, another solo goes down. That will be the final solo. So we are playing 3v2 as Furia in with a chance here to put that chicken dinner on the board. Same story for all 3 of our teams. I feel like S2G are the most suppressed in their area right now.
Yeah, but they're suppressed on the leaderboards too, right? So literally all these teams desperately need this game. Gonna be big points regardless. You can see right now, 8th place, 11th place, 12th place. It's gonna help them out big time. Let's see what No Fear can do with that high ground. This is stage 8, folks. The zone will be closing into nothing. Once that zone pops, Sleepy applying that pressure on S2G. He's got the intel now, knows exactly where they're at. He's got a couple nades. Gonna go ahead and use that high ground to try and get the shots. But some big shots on the Aura. That's No Fear eliminated. That angle being gone is critical.
A really nice pick up there over onto the high ground, as well as Jiggle going down. Leaves Aura now just on the 1 player alive. Furia want to regroup, and the descent comes through from the last remaining player for Horror, Sleepy, who has broadside on Lost, but he's not taking the shots just yet. I think Lost spotted him just before he ducked behind the ridge. And he has to drop down a little bit further. Spots Lost, gets a headshot, but doesn't quite get that full-blown knock just yet. And in the roll, he finds the other though, he finds his teammate, and maybe a 1 versus 2, but Furia now sat with their players right.
Oh, nice one, Ray.
Sleepy finds another. 3 players now left for it to deal with, but there's a P90 outside. He's behind those trees. I don't think it's gonna work. No, sorry.
Nice try.
Still able to find the chicken dinner here, and Furia fight back.
यूरिया का कमबैक आ गया.
We knew that chicken dinner was only gonna take a little while, and it happened to be just 2
और
matches
ने
here in
सूजी
the
को
day
मस्त मारा.
number 2. So Furia get the win.
चलो मैं एक बार ये क्या सिस्टम है. पॉइंट टेबल फाइनल क्या आया?
आजादी महोत्सव